Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. In today's One Piece Treasure Cruise video, we are going to prepare for the treasure map against Kid. Real quick, before I get into the preparation, I need to talk about some stuff because this treasure map is literally embarrassing. I cannot understand why this is approved to be in the game or who approved this to be in the game, but this is a complete disaster. The boosted unit list is all over the place, having the units that are actually available in the treasure map quest in Extra Island, which are very friendly to newer players. All of them are boosted by 1.1. We have recommended units in the quest guides that are actually boosted by 1.1, and even worse, we even have units like Halloween Kizuna Kid that are not even boosted, and Bandai still recommends them for players to use. The bosses have annoying mechanics, some of them requiring you to use the new bats, and all of them have more HP than TM bosses usually do. But of course that would be the case, because Broken Kaido vs Big Mom is here, and everyone who did not pull them or their bats should have a hard time clearing content, even treasure map, because the boosted list is a complete joke. The management of the global server lately for OPTC is very poor, and I really do hope things turn around after the Korean merge, because we're not looking too bright at the moment. Just letting you know from the start, my teams for the two main bosses will actually use the new bats units I have available, simply because I could not bother to actually play around all of the debuffs with non-boosted units, or units that are boosted by 1.1. Anyhow, enough of that, let's get to the preparation for Treasure Map vs Kid. The first mini-boss will be the easiest one, of course, as always. Choppermon will be int, and he will actually special bind for 2 turns all of your crewmates, while also having delay immunity. My team for this boss uses the new Kizuna, Sakazuki and Borsalino as captains, Colosseum Satamaru to remove the special bind and also give us an attack up, and then I am using a bunch of free-to-play Straw Hats to just boost our damage, and they are also Sai, so they are pretty great for this quest. Sanji will give us a chain lock, Frankie will give us a color affinity boost for the Sai units, and then Zoro an ore boost, because I do not really think that Sakazuki and Borsalino will get their special. Of course, since the boss is so easy, you can use whichever SIP you want, stat boosting supports, no sockets are needed, the maximum amount of damage this team can do is over 5 million, and the point boost will be 3.78. The next boss is actually Old Man Hyogoro, and he will either be Dex or Int, and will despair our captains for 5 turns while also having delay immunity. The recommended character here I am actually using, that is a rare site for this specific treasure map, and it is treasure map Jinbe, who is boosted by 1.35 and is my captain. Max despair sockets along with his captain ability allow us to completely remove despair, so he is great here because he is also giving us a color affinity boost. In the middle row to get matching slots, I am using Colosseum Komurasaki and also Whole Cake Island Chopper, who will also give us an attack boost, and then in the bottom row we have Colosseum Okiku for an ore boost and Colosseum Doflamingo and Treble for a chain lock. So Treasure Map Jinbe is the only utility unit you are going to need here, and everyone else is just a Sai or Strength unit to boost our damage and give us matching slots. You can use whichever SIP you want to, I'm using Ho for more EXP. Every support can be a stat boosting support. We of course want max despair sockets. The team can do over 5 million damage for both of the colors that Hyogoro can be, and finally the point boost is 3.78. Next up we have the first side boss of the map, and the one that doesn't have any recommended characters that are correct actually, Halloween Kid and Pudding. Don't use them, just don't. Okiku will actually special reverse everyone for 1 turn, gain 3 turns of a defense up shield and 3 turns of resilience along with delay immunity. My team for this boss won't actually deal with a special reverse, we will just stall 1 turn here and then regain our specials. Okiku doesn't do anything special turn 1 anyways. After that turn has passed, Magellan can actually deal with both the resilience because of his poison and the defense up shield. So just activate him, and even though he is not boosted, he will be very helpful for this quest. And of course I mean he's not boosted by our captain because I'm running a raid on Nami and Shinobu for a color affinity boost, and then we have Legend Halloween Mihawk for an attack boost, but you can replace him with any damage booster you want to, preferably an int one. Raid Vito the Flamingo is here because along with Onami and Shinobu he can help us get matching slots and he is also int, and in the missing spot I will be running the new treasure map Kid just for a higher point multiplier. You can use whichever ship you want to, stat boosting supports, no sockets are needed, the team can do over 10 million damage, and the point boost will be 4.25. Next up we have our second side boss, and this one is Kamazo. He will actually change all of your slots to strength, dex or Q, give you 5 turns of paralysis, and bind your top row units, meaning your captains, for 5 turns while also having delay immunity. For this boss, my team has as captain the new int free-to-play Otama from the latest Brawl event, and then I'm also using Colosseum Neptune, Raid Mr. Zero, Germa 66 and Colosseum Orochi. Colosseum Orochi here will actually deal with both the bind and the paralysis while also giving the majority of our units an attack boost. Germa 66 is here because they can become captain, get type advantage and make the run easier, but if you do not have them you can just replace them with a damage boosting unit. Then I'm using Raid Mr. Zero and Colosseum Neptune just because they are int and they are also getting the attack boost from Orochi. And Otama is here because she is a global captain, an int unit, free to play and also of course boosted by 1.35. Very straightforward team to use, I believe. You can have whichever ship you want to, once again. Stat boosting supports, no sockets are needed, the team can do over 16 million and the point boost is 3.78. For the final boss in stage number 4, we will encounter Dex Basil Hawkins, and he will make all of our slots block, give us burn for 4 turns and also gain a damage reduction shield for 4 turns. In the 5th and final stage we will encounter Dex Kid, and he will also make our slots block, give us 5 turns of attack down, 3 turns of chain coefficient reduction while also having delay immunity. For my team here I am using Luffy and Sanji, and this is the first time I'm actually gonna use a friend captain because I will try and use versus Kaido whenever I can to make this run super easy. If you want to though and you don't have a versus Kaido friend captain available, you can use double Luffy and Sanji. If you have them, they will be more than capable to do the job, especially early on. Then I am using the new rare recruits King and Queen because they will both help us in stages 4 and 5 respectively, and I'm also using the new Pirate Rumble unit Drake and finally Arena Kamazo. As you can see, I'm also using page 1 support, the Dex Rare Recruit 1 on Drake because he will help us completely remove the attack down in the final stage. Drake removes 3 turns of attack down, and support page 1 at max level will also remove 2 for a total of 5 turns. So as you can understand, page 1 is very important here, but if you don't have him, then you can replace Drake with Pirate Rumble Usopp. Although Usopp is not boosted by 1.35, he is boosted by 1.2. Kamazo and King will be activated in stage number 4 along with the friend captain versus Kaido, and then the rest of the units in the final stage to give us a ton of damage to clear the final boss. Also have in mind, before you activate Luffy in the final stage, you should enter the final stage as Sanji, swap to Luffy and then activate him, so you can have a full board of matching RCV slots. For the ship with this team you can use whichever you want. Other than page 1, all of the supports can be stat boosters, no sockets are needed, the team can do over 52 million damage if you are also using a versus Kaido as a friend captain, and the point boost with him as friend captain is 5.98. The final challenge that we will discuss in this video will be the Intrusion Battle against Raizo. Only strength and int units will have their specials reduced in stage number 1, and then in stage number 2 we will encounter Dex Kinemon, who will change all of our slots to either RCV or TND, bind our captains for 5 turns, give us 5 turns of remove SFX, meaning blindness, and finally 5 turns of special bind. Then in stage number 3, the main boss of the Intrusion Battle will be Sai Raizo. He will also change all of our slots to either RCV or TND, give us 3 turns of a chain lock at 1.1, and also gain a perfect barrier for 1 perfect hit for 2 turns, and threshold for 5 turns, along with the classic delay immunity. My team here once again uses Luffy and Sanji as captain, and I will be using versus Big Mom as friend captain whenever she is available for an easier run and also more points. If you want to use double Luffy and Sanji, the job can still be done. For the rest of the units, I am using Raid, Onami and Shinobu to remove the bind in stage number 2 and also get color affinity. Then we are using Otama to remove 5 turns of threshold with a free-to-play unit in the final stage. And then we have King, who is very important unfortunately for stage number 2. And finally I am also using Rare Recruit Anniversary Capone to remove the chain lock in the final stage. This team is also very strong and you can use whichever ship you want to with it. Stat boosting supports, you need to have max bind sockets though for Onami and Shinobu to remove the bind in stage 2. The team can do over 40 million damage and has a point boost of 5.31. And these are my teams and strategies for the treasure map versus Kid. I know I'm using units from the new batch and friend captains, but a lot of people pulled, so I am certain you will find a lot of versus Big Mom and versus Kaido units to use as friend captains. Hopefully after the upcoming maintenance, Bandai actually realizes a lot of the problems with this treasure map and makes some changes. If you have any questions, as always, feel free to ask me in the comments down below, and if you enjoyed the video and want more One Piece Treasure Cruise content, leave a like and subscribe to the channel. Thank you so much for watching, take care, and I'll see you in the next one.